Hey there, I'm John Siskovich. I just fed my pigs and I'm going to do some linger grazing. We're going to talk about why I sing to my pigs every day, and I'm going to follow up with my previous video about pigs with the effect that they had on the stinging nettle and what my observations and actions are going forward. Boop. I'm going to make sure this Premier One fencer is off so I don't shock my crotch as I walk over the fence. And I just fed my piggies. It's cold and raining outside, so this is the last video of the day, last video of the week. It'll probably come out on a Friday. I'm going to walk through some mud. We put those posts there. We ran a hose. We sprayed them. It was 90 degrees the other day. It is 50 degrees and rainy now. And they're like, give me the food and let me go in my dry area and go to sleep. So every day when I feed them, they're excited for me to feed them because I don't have an endless feeder. I need updating my feeder design is on my list because the one that I've used previously is starting to rot out. It's been, almost 10 years. So when I feed the pigs from a barrel with a bucket, I say, hey, pig, pig, pig. Hey, pig, pig, pig. Come on, pig. Come on, pig. And when I do that every time that I feed them, only when I feed them, then they're going to associate that call, like Pavlov's dog, with food. And then when I want to load them on a trailer, when I have a farm tour and I want to call them over to be entertaining, I can make that call. They think they're going to get fed, and you can get them to do something else that you want to do. It's called operating conditioning. You can condition your pig to do a thing based on a noise if you reward them when they hear that noise. Now, rewards for me. The pigs had made paths through this area. Oh, look, my fence is down over there. Oh, I turned the fence off. I can fix that. So looking back, I got my pigs over there. This is the area stinging nettle that I put them in. And they had made paths and found their favorite areas. You can kind of still see the paths here. But they hadn't gone into major areas of the nettle. So they were able to walk through it. They didn't mind. But because it was over their head and they had their kind of happy areas, like this chewed up right here, you can tell is a big difference. This was all stinging nettle as well, but they destroyed it. Because they had their areas to kind of wallow and hang out, they didn't touch the rest of it. It was just over their heads and tall. Plus it's all stinging nettle. What's there to love about that? So I went through with a hedge trimmer and I cut it all back. And it took me about 10 minutes. It was not that hard, but you see how uneven this is. This is my area of the farm, and we'll cover this in another grazing planning map video. That is just piles of materials that I don't know what to do with. There's these big rocks no one wants to come and get. I don't know what to do with. It takes time and money for me to do stuff with them, but that doesn't make any money for my farm. This is one of those land management things. It's a conundrum. So I put the pigs in here. Having the pigs in here, even if they didn't have the full effect, doing the chores, and look at this, my fence is all messed up because they chewed some stuff up here, so we're going to fix this. Because I had pig chores out here, I wanted to do some experiments and clean up my stinging nettle. And there's some, what's the other thing? I don't know, it'll come to me. Can't think of it live on camera. Keep it from going to seed and spreading throughout my farm. It's also raining and freezing right now. And just by the matter of fact of wanting to manage my pigs a little bit better, needing to manage my farm a little bit better, I destroyed all the stinging nettle in this area, and the next area is right here. So some effect, the pigs had some effect on the nettle, but by virtue of them being here, I manage the land more instead of ignoring it. Sometimes you just need an excuse to walk out into the grass. Pigs are always a good excuse. So between singing to the pigs every day, taking care of my nettle, and producing some future bacon, I would call this a win. We're going to flip back over in the video and I'm going to go have some more coffee and back in where it's warm. My nose is getting red because it's chilly. My hands are freezing because they're holding a selfie stick and I didn't bring gloves out with me this morning. The pig is about to chew on my pant leg. And this Linger grazing session, huge success. Did some training with my pigs, got to feed them to make sure that they were metabolizing that feed and staying warm on a cold, rainy day. Yesterday, I was out with my friend David, and we destroyed some stinging nettle, which was also a win because it's not going to reseed now, or at least if I stay on top of it, it's not going to reseed. At least I stunted it and knocked it back, all right? And I know that I've done as much as I can in this area, and it's time to move the pigs here and get them out of there. They've turned this into a moonscape because I left them there, really destroyed it. You know, this is, if you don't move pigs, they'll just destroy it. So if you have one pig pen that doesn't change, they're not getting the benefit of having a diverse diet, getting off of their manure. You have parasite problems. There's all these things. Having pigs that move, pigs that don't move, pigs that can move, pigs that don't move, pigs that can move. Speaking of movement, look at this lady right here. That's Big Mama. That's Big Mama. And Big Mama is a big sweetheart. We're gonna try again this fall to make her an actual mama. Didn't take last fall. And as I'm joined by the rest of the crew, we're gonna bid you a fond farewell. Enjoy your day. Hope you have a warm beverage waiting for you or in your hand right now as you're watching this YouTube video. And I just realized that I've been holding my phone on a stick in the rain for about 10 minutes now. And I should stop that.